Such a delight to be here. Amol, Alek, thank you very much for inviting me. Your opening remarks were so fantastic that I can only build on them. It's so nice to have a room full of extremely familiar faces, many familiar faces, and many who I would love to know, but have not had the occasion to actually interact with. Please feel free at the end of what I have to say to provide your feedback, because that's what helps me to keep on my toes. What I did today is I transported myself into the being of an imaginary CFO of ICICI Bank. And what I'm going to share with you is a reflection of a person holding that kind of responsible position in your community. And so I'm speaking in first person and maybe a little bit in the third person. It was a stormy day. The rains had begun. The meteor was beginning to actually show itself up. I was sitting in my office on the 12th floor in the ICICI Bank headquarters. The world seems to be changing much faster than I had imagined or that I had seen in the past few decades. Just this morning, in a meeting with the bank's AI and digital transformation teams, the conversation was about interest rates or compliance. It was about quantum computing, generative AI, blockchain-based credit risk models, and autonomous financial ecosystems. It was about how the role of a CFO would have to evolve into something completely new, transformational. Because everything that we have learned has to be put through a pattern analysis. I leaned back in my chair, closed my laptop, and thought, this is the age of the quantum CFO. Just before we started, I was telling Alek that the most important thing that every CFO will have to start thinking of is quantum safe encryption. With the advent of quantum computers, which has happened much faster than any of us ever anticipated, this RSA-based encryption that we are all familiar with is going to be broken very easily. And so all of us will have to start thinking about making cybersecurity quantum safe. This is the age where financial leaders will no longer be just stewards of balance sheets, but architects of digital transformation, responsible for steering companies through the most profound technological revolution since the internet. It is going to deliver, has already delivered, and will deliver trillions of dollars of GDP and trillions of dollars of market cap. It's a moment of realization because CFOs must lead the AI revolution. It's not about India leading the AI revolution. It's about CFOs leading this revolution. It started 3 years ago when the ICICI Bank made an audacious decision to become the most digitally advanced financial institution in India. AI was no longer a nice-to-have issue. It was the core driver of how we made lending decisions, mitigated risks, and personalized banking experiences for our customers. I remember the moment when our AI-driven fraud detection system flagged an anomaly in a series of transactions. Within seconds, our machine learning models had cross-checked billions of transactions and identified a sophisticated money laundering attempt something no human auditor could have caught in time. So the lesson is, everything that we do has to be online, real time, right now, always present, always available. 100% availability is far more important than anything else. This was the day I truly understood that AI isn't replacing financial professionals, it is amplifying them. I call it a polymath in your pocket, your co-pilot, something that you can't do without. It's either that you are with this horsepower of intelligence, or you will get left behind. Next thought that arose in my mind was, can the CFO be a digital strategist? I recall a heated debate in our boardroom last year. The proposal was on the table to invest $100 million in AI and quantum computing research. The old school finance playbook would have made me say, wait, watch, be conservative. But I stood up and said something that surprised me. If we don't invest now, we won't exist in a decade. The world won't wait for our comfort zone. What I saw, what every forward-thinking CFO must see, is that our role is no longer just about financial prudence. It is about being a digital strategist, understanding emerging technologies, ensuring that our capital allocation decisions are future-proof for the organization. JP Morgan Chase's LLM suite for AI-powered banking, narrow banking-oriented LLM is going to become a reality very soon. I hope somebody here in this room will take up that initiative and make a narrow AI. Visa's responsible AI initiatives for global fraud detection. I think globally, fraud detection will have to be empowered by AI, ML and AI, and repositories of the kind that are being built and are being deployed today. Goldman Sachs is investing in quantum cryptography to safeguard financial transactions. What I just said, quantum safe encryption. Every financial leader in the world's top companies is racing ahead. And if ICICI Bank wants to remain India's best governed and most innovative bank, we had to lead, not follow. The dawn of quantum finance, another challenge. One evening, I sat with our chief information officer. See that we have to collaborate with everybody, every CXO. Watching a demo of a quantum computing model we had co-developed with a leading research lab. The screen in front of us showed real-time simulations of financial market behavior, running calculations at speeds millions of times faster than the most advanced supercomputers today. This, he said, is the future of risk management. Imagine this, a bank able to simulate every possible economic scenario. And actually, that is the challenge for every one of us in business. We have to create all possible scenarios. Hedge against financial shocks before they happen. Everything has become predictable, or we have to attempt to make it predictable so that we can take advanced action, proactive action, before it happens, and process the transactions in milliseconds instead of minutes. Quantum computing isn't science fiction anymore. It is happening now. And for CFOs, this means redefining how we measure risk, how we value assets, and how we build financial resilience. Blue Star is going to speak today, and we developed the idea of resilience capital right there. ICICI Bank had always been a pioneer from mobile banking to AI-driven credit assessment. Now we are laying the ground for quantum-powered finance. This isn't innovation. It is leading a revolution. AI automation and the CFO's new power, because this is indeed what is going to happen. You're going to be handed over an incredibly powerful set of tools and set of playbooks that you can deploy tomorrow. The AI revolution has to be made personal. Every device that we carry must have an AI on it, an AI app or a tool or an agentic AI capability. You just simply can't leave home without it. If any of your devices right now doesn't have one, download it before this seminar gets over. Make sure that you have whatever you can lay your hands on. A year ago, one of our AI models developed for corporate lending risk analysis flagged a potential liquidity crisis at a major enterprise client. Our traditional risk assessment models had cleared the company's financials, but AI saw that what humans missed, a pattern of cash flow anomalies that indicated distress. We stepped in, took corrective action, helped the company avoid a financial catastrophe, and the CEO of that company. So just see how you can be an ecosystem savior if you have AI deployed. The CEO later said, "Your AI saved us." That was the moment I realized finance is no longer just about numbers. It is about intelligence, both human and artificial. And there is nothing wrong with embracing, co-piloting with that extra intelligence which is available at a democratic cost today. The finance function of the future isn't just about reporting historical performance at all. It's too boring to read a balance sheet. Too boring. What you want to tell people is how your company is going to be in the future. Predicting the future with AI-driven insights, automating financial processes, and ensuring that capital is deployed in a manner that physical assets look absolutely stunning, feel stunning, create an experience which is stunning. That is the challenge. So your new playbook in the digital age has to be very different. First of all, it has to be AI-led and digital. Let me recount 4 or 5 elements of your playbook which you must develop. Invest in AI or risk irrelevance. Finance leaders must not only understand AI, but actively drive its integration into core business processes. Every business process has to be empowered, embellished, made resilient using AI-powered decision-making. 2, quantum computing will change finance forever. Get ready for it. The ability to process complex financial models at speeds unimaginable today will redefine how you will manage risk, allocate capital, and source resources. That also is becoming such a phenomenal challenge and such a huge area for innovation. Data is the new currency. CFOs must champion data-driven decision-making, ensuring that every financial move is backed by real-time insights and predictive analytics. Everything which is steeped in the past is no good. Cybersecurity is now a CFO's problem. Please fuse internal audit, the CFO function, and cybersecurity. Today, not tomorrow. It is absolutely critical that this happens. Because actually, there's nothing else to audit except your digital ecosystem. What else will you audit? Where else is anything meaningful to be found? And therefore, this fusion is so critical. And the CFOs must lead it, integrate it, embrace it. Finance must be green, sustainable, and inclusive. Would ICICI Bank ever lend to a coal mine? Would any of you in the financial industry ever lend to something that is producing a carbon footprint that cannot be annihilated? No way. AI and digital finance should not just drive profitability, but also sustainability. And sustainability in action is a business imperative because it's an economic imperative. The marginal cost of producing renewable power is far less than the marginal cost of producing fossil fuel-based power in any dimension, in any geography. And what is important is to bring the grid together to make sure that the last mile connectivity of that renewable power actually redounds to your benefit and your economic cost reduction. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a new dawn for financial leadership. As I walked out of our quantum computing lab that evening, I looked back at the glowing screens filled with complex quantum algorithms solving financial problems in real time. I knew that the age of quantum CFO had arrived. The world of finance had evolved from spreadsheets to supercomputers, from manual audits to real-time AI risk detection, from static forecasting to quantum-driven predictive analysis. And I, standing at the intersection of finance and technology, was no longer just a CFO. I was a navigator of the future. This is the journey, my friends, that each one of you as a CFO must embark on. The AI and digital revolution is here. Is here. The only question is, will you lead it or will it leave you behind? Thank you very much.